Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Duler Stadium for match number 36 of the Selvel Goa Professional League. And today's match can be termed as a battle between the newcomers versus the old guard. It is Youth Club of Manora versus Salgaocar Football Club at the Duler Stadium. And there is Youth Club of Manora warming up for this very big clash. A first in their history. There is Luis Barreto. He has a big job on his hands against one of the favorites of the Selvel Goa Professional League.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another day at the Duler Stadium for the Goa Professional League, co-sponsored by the Selvel 2021 series. And I have with me the coach of Youth Club of Manora, who will be taking on Salgaocar FC today. A big game, a big name, a big fish in the ocean. How do you take this match?
Yeah, I understand Salgaocar is always a big team, but it's going to be a very tough match for us. But we are ready. The boys also looks very positive. We have won the last match. We want to keep the same momentum going.
When you said you won the last match also, and we have seen that Youth Club Manora entered as a small team. They are a new entry over there. When we also seen that every match is improvement, that every match is something that people want to see from Youth Club of Manora. So what is that today that you as a coach would like to show to the viewers as you take on Salgaocar?
Yeah, definitely we are going to give the good performance. The best is yet to come. It's nice to see Jensley and Jensley Fernandez back into the side. He's starting today, so that will definitely give a boost to the team.
All right, thank you so much, coach. We'll see you in the post match. Well, that was the coach of Youth Club of Manora. We'll go to the other side to see what Salgaocar has to say as they take on Youth Club of Manora here at Duler Stadium.
The best is yet to come, according to the assistant coach James DeCosta. And the 11 for Youth Club of Manora taking on Salgaocar goes by Luis Barreto, Joyvin Carnero, Joel Fernandez, Juliston Rebello, Aniston Fernandez, Nicholas Fernandez, the captain, Michael Silva, Cayetano Fernandez, Aaron Dias, Frazier Castagna, and Jay Williamson. And there we see Salgaocar coming off a draw against their big-time rivals Tempo Sports Club. They did have their chances in that last match, but here they are taking on Youth Club of Manora, and boy, they will be looking to bag full 3 points here.
Yes, after speaking to Youth Club of Manora, I'm come to the other side to see what Salgaocar has kept in mind as they take on Youth Club of Manora, and I have with me the head coach of Salgaocar FC. First of all, we have seen Salgaocar FC are on their winning note. This win takes you on top of the table. So what are the things that you have kept in mind?
Yeah, the dressing room atmosphere is very good. Players are serious about the match, and definitely they will give their best for the victory.
This victory takes you on top of the table. We've also seen that Youth Club Manora, every game that they have played, they have improved. There's something new that the viewers and the fans see also. So how will you deal with that?
Yeah, every team we have to respect. Every day teams are getting better and better. So the time the team perform, they will give their best and they have to win.
Coach, my last question before you get back to your work will be that what are the strategy that you have kept in mind, because this win takes you back on top of the table, so this win is very important for you to stay on top.
As usual, like we have to just enjoy the football. I tell my boys, just enjoy football, and the rest it will definitely come and we can go for it.
All right, thank you so much, coach. We'll see you in the post match. Well, that was the head coach of Salgaocar FC. Now the kickoff in next couple of minutes. Enjoy this kickoff, and me, Clinton D'Souza, will see you in the post-match here itself at Duler Stadium.
Always very calm in his approach, the coach Lavino Anthony Pereira. Salgaocar looking to get back on top, and the 11 that is hoping to do that is Jason DeMello, Stephen Alvarez, Daniel Gomez, Teflon Sheldon, Pratmesh Shatardekar coming in place of Ribhav, who suspended, Selvin Miranda, Saurav Patil, Saish Madan, Stephen Tarkar, the big name coming into the first 11, Aaron Barreto and Flagan Rodriguez. There we see the points table. Salgaocar with a win today will head to the top of the table, and Youth Club of Manora with a win you can say that they can challenge for the top 4 still, because they have been improving continuously in this Selvel Goa Professional League. A very spirited team, Youth Club of Manora. We're just waiting for the referees to walk in, and there we have the referees leading the two teams today. The Greens, Salgaocar Football Club, and the Reds, Youth Club of Manora. What a big game we have today at the Duler Stadium. We have seen Youth Club of Manora put on spirited displays. They are the newcomers in this league. They took time to adjust, but a win against Kalingut Association finally back in 24th of February. They have really announced their arrival in the Selvel Goa Professional League. The captains Nicholas Fernandez and Daniel Gomez. Big game today for Youth Club of Manora, playing against one of the biggest teams in Goan football, one of the most successful clubs in Goan football, Salgaocar Football Club, and one of the favourites of the Selvel Goa Professional League as well. As we keep mentioning, in the meantime, the referees for today: Deep Govekar, Sainath Haldankar, Yuvraj Tari, and 4th official Nikhil Aronadekar. It's very important that a club like Youth Club of Manora, coming in new into the league, do not get bogged down by the likes of the support that Salgaocar Football Club have today. We can already hear outside the stadium the vuvuzelas pumping up the atmosphere outside. We hear small cheers of Stephen Satarkar as well. He's been really the hero. We see Stephen in the frame with heavy strapping around his hamstring. We can see him still twiddling with it, coming back off an injury. We'll all be hoping that he stays fit throughout the 90 minutes and he can show the magic he has been showing us and Goan football. Stephen Satarkar, he's a star on the rise. But take nothing away from the likes of Youth Club of Manora. They are a very hard fighting team. The men in red are a spirited bunch, and when you play with your heart, football can be a funny game. Big game for that coaching staff out there for Youth Club of Manora. They must have done their hard work. They've coming off a long break. Their last match was that win against Kalingut Association back on 24th of February. Whereas Salgaocar is coming off their first loss of points against Tempo in the last match, but the referee has started the game. This is Jay Aniston. This is Cayetano Aniston. Jay with the header. Oh, Leon, that was a brilliant header. Jason DeMello gets down. somehow gets that off for Salgaocar. That is a very early chance. Could have been one of the fastest goals in the Selvel Goa Professional League. We know the threat of Jay in the air. That defense has a task on hand today with that big man really threatening Salgaocar early on. Here's that man, Stephen Satarkar. Gives the ball away to Joywin. This is Nicholas Fernandez. Poor ball. There's Steflon chasing. Steflon keeps it in. Steflon going left and right. Looking for that foul, but the ball has gone out. This is Cayetano who plays it through. And then Aniston with the cross, and that's the header from Jay. Beautiful. There you see that aerial presence from Jay Williamson. The boy from Calcutta has something to prove. This is Selvin Miranda, the ever so impressive Selvin Miranda. This is Aaron Barreto. Saish Madan. Saurav Patil. Looking for Steflon again, but cleared off by the defense of Youth Club of Manora. Zaniston again. Gives the throwaway. This is Saish. Takes it quickly. This is Steflon. Stephen Alvarez. Stephen Alvarez had an absolute baller of a game last time around against Tempo, putting his body on the line to make two crucial blocks against Tempo Sports Club. Otherwise, they could have been condemned to their first loss of the tournament. Just giving the foul away there, Joel Fernandez. You see that ball coming in from Saurav Patil, and Steflon being pushed by Joel Fernandez. Saurav hooks the ball up long. Luis Barreto comes out and punches it. Jay chasing it. This is Flagan Rodriguez, heads it back to Daniel Gomez. He has a task on his hand to handle that big man, Jay Williamson. Almost won the ball there. Luis Barreto collects the ball in the far corner and hooks it up. It goes out for a Salgaocar throw-in. This is Saish Madan. Cleared off by Joel again. This is Saurav Patil moving forward. Joyvin trying to press Pratmesh, but Pratmesh does well, plays Flagan Rodriguez. Coming in place of the of Sean Pereira, who is suspended again today. And that is a ball for Aaron Barreto, who files Michael Silva, but the referee has actually given it against Michael. Michael is not at all happy with that decision. There was not really much in that from Michael Silva, but the referee has given the foul against Michael. And it's the dangerous Selvin Miranda who's going to put it in. Is he going to go for goal or look for a teammate to head it in? Selvin Miranda standing over the ball. Selvin's ball in, and that's a good one, but Joel Fernandez was in the way. The first corner of the game goes Salgaocar's way. This is Selvan Miranda. The corner comes in and punched out, but the shot comes in then from Prathamesh and it goes way over the bar of Luis Barreto. This is a steady start to the game. Luis Barreto taking the long goal kick, looking for the obvious target Jay, but he cannot get there. But this is Jay again, tries to play it through to Nicholas Fernandez, but this is Flagan Rodriguez playing Selvan Miranda. Joyvin has a real task on his hand today against Selvan Miranda. The referee has allowed play to continue. Saish Madan, Stephen Alvarez to Saish Madan again. So Stephen Satarkar looking for that through ball, but Steflon ends up fouling Joel Fernandez. Aaron Barreto rather, the man who fouled Joel. Luis Barreto takes it quickly. This is Joel Fernandez. Goes long looking for Jay again. That looks like the likely route for Youth Club of Manora today. The long ball's looking for Jay. And Barreto again giving the ball away. Lewis gives it away. This is Stephen Satarkar again. That is brilliant from Stephen. Somehow manages to gather the ball back. Look at how he puts two defenders down on the ground. Stephen Satarkar. That's the ability that the man possesses. Coming back off an injury. Steflon changes wings beautifully. This is Stephen Alvarez. Stephen's ball comes in and it's a poor one in the end. It has gone out for a goal kick. This is that mistake from Luis Barreto, who gives it straight to that dangerous Stephen Satarkar, who leaves Michael Silva and Frazier in his wake. This is Selvan Miranda. Youth Club of Manora choosing a 5-4-1 formation today, playing with 5 defenders. They are looking for a point of this match, whereas Salgaocar have placed themselves in a 4-3-3 formation. They know the importance of the 3 points, whereas losing more points today will stop them not only from going to the top of the table, but it will give the likes of Sporting Club de Goa a big chance to extend the lead at the top. Stephen Alvarez's cross has been deflected out for a corner kick by Cayetano. Stephen Alvarez to take this corner kick. Puts it in, but that's a poor corner. This is Saurav Patil. Saurav does well, getting past 2 Youth Club players there pressing him. But this is Cayetano. Intercepted before the ball could reach Jay. That's again beautifully done. Nicholas Fernandez puts it out for a throw-in. You can see an animated Levino Anthony Pereira. He knows an early goal is very important for his team. But Youth Club of Manora take nothing away from the team in red. They might be the newbies, but They're really making a mark in the Selvel Goa Professional League this year. They have been playing their hearts out with a lot of spirit. A team to watch out for in the future, Youth Club of Manora. This is Michael Silva. Clearing it off. Flagan Rodriguez plays it back to Daniel Gomez. This is Stephen. Stephen looking for Steflon. Aaron Barreto picks it up. This is Stephen Alvarez. Wins the throw-in from Juliston. Youth Club of Manora are closing down spaces for Salgaocar. This is not going to be easy for the men in green to break this defense of Youth Club of Manora. They need to up the pace of their passing in the attacking third, and this man can certainly do it. Stephen Satarkar, Selvin Miranda. That is a combination that has been so fruitful for Salgaocar. Selvin Miranda, Steflon and Stephen Satarkar, all three on the field today. This is Prathamesh. This is Selvin Miranda. Crosses it in, and that is a chance! But the whistle had gone. Luis Barreto didn't know it, but he pulled off the save. That wouldn't have counted. Now we see that chance coming in, the cross coming in from Selvin Miranda, and then takes the hand of Aaron Barreto, and then the referee rightly blows the whistle. This is Luis Barreto. This is Steflon. Selvin Miranda. Aaron Barreto gives it away, but Flagan Rodriguez with the clearance. This is Steflon who can't get it down. Nicholas Fernandez does well and wins the foul. The referee just looking if there was an advantageous situation for Youth Club of Manora. Michael Silva comes forward to take the free kick. Viewers around the world are watching. This is a chance. Joywin with the cross. And then Daniel Gomez does clear it in the end, but that is a chance. Joel Fernandez was the one who gave that long ball looking for Joywin and caught the Salgaocar defense completely off guard, and Jason DeMello would have had nothing to do if it found a red t-shirt over there. Could have been a simple tap in. Takes it quickly, Nicholas Fernandez. This is Joliston with his left-footed cross in, but it has been cleared out. This Nicholas Fernandez twisting and turning, putting in the cross, but straight to Jason DeMello. Frazier gives it away. This is Aaron Barreto, Michael Silva in chase. Aaron Barreto again. This is good tracking from Cayetano, and eventually cleared off. Youth Club of Manora will be looking to find those loopholes in the Salgaocar defense. It won't be easy though. Salgaocar are yet to concede a goal in the league. They have scored 10 goals in the 4 matches that they have played, conceding none. First quarter of the game goes by and it's still goalless here at the Duler Stadium between Youth Club of Manora and Salgaocar. Aaron Barreto just complaining to the referee that the Youth Club of Manora defenders are getting too close to his heels. Too close of comfort, I would say. This is Nicholas Fernandez. Beautifully played wide. This is Jay, but the pass not just right for him. Selvin Miranda. This is Cayetano. Jay. Nicholas Fernandez leaves it for Juliston. Cleared off by Nicholas Fernandez pretty aimlessly and straight into the hands of Jason DeMello. A pretty lonely figure out there at the moment, Jay Williamson, but we've seen that threat that Youth Club of Manora possess with him up front. Steflon. Stephen Alvarez wins the throw-in. This is Steflon. And there is the hero of the league so far, Stephen Satarkar. Has shown his magic once or twice today, but mostly been quiet. The Youth Club of Manora defenders have kept that man quiet today, but long way to go. This is Joyvin keeping control, and then ball falls to Michael Silva. Gets it down on his chest and will play it long. This is Selvin winning the ball, looking for Prathmesh. Prathmesh Satardekar. This is the man, Stephen Satarkar, going on his wiggly runs, but surrounded by 4 Youth Club of Manora red t-shirts. This is Cayetano. Jay Williamson. Jay plays Cayetano on the left. This is Aniston. Cayetano again. Joliston. Stephen Alvarez clears it but falls straight to Frazier, who plays Aniston. Good turn from Aniston. This is Joel. The long ball comes in looking for Jay. Good spell of play from Youth Club of Manora. This is Aaron. It's another throw for Youth Club of Manora. This is Jay. Aaron Dias with a soft pass in the end. Intercepted. This is Stephen Satarkar. He's been slightly off color, but we can understand that he's coming back off an injury. This is Joyvin. Joyvin has stayed on the ground, but Aniston has continued his run. This is Saish Madan. Sportingly puts it out because Joyvin has stayed on the ground, and that is not a good sign for Menora. He's in quite the pain there. The physio comes out. It looks like it's a twisted ankle. Hope it's nothing serious for Joyvin. We'll see what happened there. And there you see the landing is what twisted his ankle. He's still limping, but he should be fine. There you see the supporters of Salgaocar outside the stadium. gunning for their stars to get on the score sheet and win it for their team to head to the top of the table. Fligan plays Selvin. Menora down to 10 men at the moment. This is Stephen on his runs. Again, missing that final pass, Stephen. This is Jay. Spreads it out to Nicholas. This is Cayetano. Can he put in a good cross in for Jay? This is a cross and the header. He had time on that, Jay. He should have probably hit the target. The quality that he possesses, we know his aerial threat. He should have hit the target, Jay. He'll be disappointed with that. Nonetheless, it's still goalless. That odd counter-attack coming in from the Menora players, but it's mostly been Salgaocar possession. But here's Jay again, giving the ball away and then pushing the player down. Prathmesh was the player who's been brought down by Jay. This is Aniston. Frazier. Joyvin, who's come back onto the field. Frazier again. Aniston. Aniston has got some much needed balance into that midfield for the Menora players. Beautifully done by Selvin Miranda. This is Flagan Rodriguez. And this is Stephen. Every time he has the ball, he's surrounded by 4 of those red t-shirts. Menora players being a little physical on Stephen today. But that is one side of the game which the likes of Stephen Satarkar has to improve on. He's still very young, and I'm sure the coaches behind the scene will work on that side of him. That's Saish Madan's shot. Has gone straight to Luis Barreto. And Lewis hooks it up long. Gives Jay something to chase, but brilliantly dealt with by Flagan Rodriguez. Like we keep mentioning, this is a very, very new team, Youth Club of Manora. They're playing with a lot of heart, and why won't they? They have a good support system in place for them. They don't have a rich history like Salgaocar, but they are a team full of passion, looking to make history at the Selvel Goa Professional League this year. They have played the 3rd Division League of the Goa Football Association back in 2014-15, Youth Club of Manora. And they got promoted that season and played the 2nd Division of the Goa League 2 consecutive years from 2015 to 2017, where they were again promoted to the 1st Division. We'll get back to that, but that cross comes in from Selvin Miranda. But that header from Stephen Alvarez, which was a tough one, goes out for a Luis Barreto goal kick for Youth Club of Manora. Getting back to Youth Club of Manora, they were promoted to the 1st Division League of Goa Football Association in 2017. They played that one season, and here they are in the Selvel Goa Professional League, fighting with the top teams of Goa, Salgaocar being one of them. And look at this run from Selvin Miranda, and then Jay chasing all the way from his position up front, and Selvel Miranda wins the foul. There you see that shoulder barge just getting Selvel Miranda off balance. What a run that was from Selvel Miranda. He's standing over this free kick. We're hearing the Salgaocar crowd outside the stadium buzzing with anticipation. Can they live up to these anticipations? Selvel Miranda with the free kick. It comes in and it has beaten Luis Barreto. Selvel Miranda, the ever so impressive Selvel Miranda. He has found the back of the net, and we have a contender for the goal of the tournament. Selvel Miranda, very subdued celebration from him, but boy, this deserves appreciation. This deserves a standing ovation. Look at this call from Selvel Miranda. Takes his time, curls it into that top corner, leaving the likes of the legendary goalkeeper Luis Barreto with absolutely no chance. That free kick again. We can watch that all day long. Selvel Miranda. And that is a very crucial goal. They hadn't really opened up this Youth Club of Manora defense so far, Salgaocar. But then Selvel Miranda magic hit Duler Stadium. It is 1-0 to the Greens. And as you say, too much appreciation from a commentator is normally called the commentator's curse, because Selvel Miranda would bring that ball down all day long, but he misses that trap. Take nothing away from Youth Club of Manora. They have been fighting and they will keep on fighting against one of the favorites. We were mentioning about their support system, Youth Club of Manora, their area, the village that they come from, their aim to promote youth talent. Youth Club of Manora have President Shrikant Sawant, Vice President Anthony Barbosa, General Secretary Remy Barbosa, and Media Officer Raymond John Mendes. They are working behind the scenes tirelessly to make this a successful endeavor for the village of Menora. They're also supported by Almasa Group, Roxel Group, and Alexia Reginald Lorenzo, who's the MLA of the Kurtarim constituency. So they too have a big support system behind them. The players, the management has left no stone unturned to make this a successful campaign for the team. They will learn with experience the more they play, as we can see already that they are improving in the league. Youth Club of Manora, they have given a good fight here in the opening 30 minutes against Salgaocar Football Club. It's not been easy for Salgaocar, but they are 1-0 up, just what champion teams do. When the going gets tough, they find that moment of magic which leads them to such leads, and Selvel Miranda has produced a moment of absolute phenomenal quality with that free kick from the left hand side, which is evaded a legendary goalkeeper from the likes of Luis Barreto. The referee in the meantime has called for a cooling break. It is Youth Club of Manora 0, Salgaocar Football Club 1. 30 minutes played at the Duler Stadium. And we can see the supporters cheering on their favorite Salgaocar team, and there's the goal which got the crowd on their feet. We can see it on the camera outside the stadium, the crowd absolutely on their feet, and a very subdued celebration from Selvel Miranda, taking over the reins from Stephen Satarkar. A very, very noisy crowd for Salgaocar Football Club, very enthusiastic. Continuous support for the men in green. But you got to give it to these players of Menora. They haven't been bogged down. They are new to this atmosphere, but they have held themselves together, fought toe to toe with one of the greatest clubs in Indian football, Salgaocar Football Club. This is Selvel Miranda. Throws it to Stephen. Stephen teasing the players. Selven to Steflon. This is Stephen. Stephen trying to wriggle his way through, but Michael Silva does well over there. And wins the throw-in. Aaron Tice will take the throw-in from Menora. Selvin's header. Aaron loses it to his namesake Aaron Barreto, and it's a goal kick for Luis Barreto. This is Joel Fernandez. Joel goes long, and the header from Daniel Gomez. This is Saish Madan. Stephen Alvarez. Joel Fernandez clearing the ball, but the free kick is won by him because Steflon came running into him. It'll be interesting to see in the second half whether Rocky Carnero changes the proceedings, changes his formation, because they are losing 1-0. This is Joywin taking on Flagan Rodriguez. Very well defended by Flagan. Aniston to Nicholas. This is Joywin who's been flagged offside. Here's Nicholas Fernandez looking for that run of Joywin, but he was offside, Joywin. The long ball comes in and Aaron Barreto again with the header. Luis Barreto chasing it down. Luis Barreto's clearance has gone straight to Prathamesh, who does well against Nicholas Fernandez and then tries to put the ball to Stephen Alvarez, who cannot keep it in. Juliston comes forward to take that throw in for Menora. This is Joel Fernandez. We'll look for Jay. Been quite a lonely figure up front for Menora. This is again Selvel Miranda. Twisting and turning with those step overs. Always like trying to fool his opponents. Selvel Miranda. This This is Teflon. Pratmesh to Saurav Patil. Pratmesh plays it back to Jason DeMello, who's had almost nothing to do since that header from Jay Williamson in the opening 20 seconds of the game. But that did bring out a good save in him down to his right. That was headed for that bottom corner from Jay. That seems a long time ago. This is Flagan Rodriguez to Selvin. Daniel Gomez. Daniel tries to wriggle his way past Nicholas, but wins the throw-in. This is Juliston. Jay rising high but cannot really control it, and this is Joywin. Aniston. Nicholas Fernandez will take that shot on, but he had no angle to take that shot from there. But it has been deflected out for the first corner for Youth Club of Manora. What can they bring here, Menora? Can the quality of Cayetano talk here? The header comes in, but it has gone out for a goal kick in the end for Salgaocar. Or has it not? Because it has been given as a corner. It has come off a Salgaocar defender, and Cayetano will run across the field to take another corner. Two in succession now for Menora. Again, a poor corner under the circumstances. They have to put in better deliveries to get the likes of Nicholas and Jay interested in that. This is Nicholas again, and he has won a free kick. Aaron Barreto the culprit, and this is another chance for Menora to put a good ball into the box. They see good skill from Nicholas Fernandez. Nicholas again tries to go individually. Selvin Miranda's clearance, and this is Cayetano. Cayetano's long ball. Daniel Gomez heads it out. And the shot comes in, but the referee's whistle had gone in earlier. Flagan Rodriguez's header, and Michael Silva does end up fouling Flagan, and no complaints there from Michael. Jason takes it long. Aaron Barreto. Stephen plays it wide to Selvin. How many times in this year's Selvel Goa Professional League have we seen that combination of Stephen Satarkar and Selvin Miranda? There you see Stephen again leaving the ball beautifully for Selvin, and the cross comes in. Again, a beautifully guided in cross from Selvin Miranda. This is Nicholas. Joywin reaches that, but just couldn't get it under control in the end. Joywin. Jason throws it to Selvin, who sees some space in front of him, but this is Aaron Barreto. Stephen Satarkar leaves it for Saish Madan. Beautifully played to Stephen Alvarez. Stephen Alvarez's cross has been put out in the end by Luis Barreto. That was another chance for Salgaocar. This is again beautifully threaded through by Saish Madan. Stephen Alvarez there with the cross. And Stephen Satarkar was lurking around, but that went straight to Luis Barreto. Ball comes in. This is Selvin Miranda again. Another shot, this time blocked by Joyvin. Selvin's ball comes in. Frazier with a good header out. That's a beautiful ball to find Selvin Miranda. Selvin cuts in Joyvin, and that's a dangerous shot taken, but goes over the bar of Luis Barreto. Would have been difficult to beat Luis Barreto from there. Being a little selfish there, Selvin could have put in a good cross, but was tempted with that beautiful dribble. But that was a thunderous shot from Selvin. It has been all Salgaocar Football Club in the first half so far, but there have been moments where Menora have threatened the Salgaocar goal, and this is Jay trying to twist and turn, leaving the ball behind in the end. And he's given the foul away. They see Selvin against Daniel Gomez, and then committing the foul on Saurav Patil. Jason DeMello with the long kick, looking for Selvin. Stephen Satarkar. Aaron Barreto cannot really get it under control. Salgaocar may have had the lion's share of possession, but it has only been that piece of magic from Selvin Miranda on that free kick which has made the difference here. Joel Fernandez going in hard with Stephen Satarkar, who has stayed on the ground. That could be worrisome for Salgaocar because he's been just coming off an injury. The good news could be that he's clutching the left knee of his instead of the right hamstring. He should be fine because he's moving well. And there's another Menora player on the ground, Joel Fernandez. They know the importance of Stephen in this campaign for Salgaocar. And there's Joel Fernandez, who's also down on the ground, and looks like another knee injury for Joel. A lot of cheering going on for Stephen Satarkar. Even if he hasn't been that impactful in this game so far, Stephen Satarkar, you cannot deny that every time he has the ball, he's drawing 3 to 4 defenders towards him. 2 minutes of added time given by the referee. Salgaocar will be looking to preserve this lead of theirs into half time as Juliston comes forward, dribbling his way through. This is Aniston. Aniston plays it wide. This is Joyvin. Can he keep it in? And he cannot. And this has run out for a Jason DeMello goal kick. Juliston has stayed on the ground. Just getting a knock on his head, Juliston. Jason DeMello will take this goal kick. There we see continuous support again from the Salgaocar players, for the Salgaocar players rather. He seems to be quite an enthusiastic man in the crowd, continuously barking praise for the players in green. This is Stephen Satarkar. We can see Stephen slightly wary of that injury today. He's almost like taking his legs off every time a hard tackle comes in. This is Aaron Barreto. Aaron gives the free kick away, and we've almost come to the end of the first half with Joel taking this free kick. Referee just having a glance at his watch, sort of takes the throw in, and another throw in for Salgaocar. Stephen Alvarez with the throw in, and there goes the half-time whistle. Salgaocar with Selvin Miranda, the difference so far, creating a moment of magic for himself and Salgaocar, by means of which this would mean that Salgaocar would head to the top of the table if the scoreline remains the same at the end of this game. The referees have had a good game so far. Youth Club of Manora have fought toe to toe with Salgaocar, defending with their hearts out, but that Selvin Miranda free kick is the difference. At the lemon break, the scoreline at halftime at the Duler Stadium reads Youth Club of Manora 0, Salgaocar Football Club 1. as we come back for the second half between Youth Club of Manora and Salgaocar. It has got slightly overcast here at the Duler Stadium. There we see Salgaocar Football Club. Very focused in the job that they have in hand. Youth Club of Manora will be looking to get back into this match. They have made a substitution. Youth Club of Manora, that's an attacking substitution. That means that Rocky Canero will not hold back in the second half. They have taken Aaron Dias off, and Arvind Silva is the man who's come on. We're just waiting for the referee to start things. It'll be an interesting half where we could see Youth Club of Manora going out in an all-out attack because they don't want to be in the dogfight for relegation. This is Arvind Silva. Cayetano Fernandez. It's Aniston. Plays it beautifully to Cayetano. Jason DeMello has the ball. He takes it long. This is Salgaocar in attack. Steflon has just been impeded. He was looking for the likes of Stephen Alvarez, but this is Joliston. This is Steflon again. Running down that right wing, Steflon. Steflon showing his tricks against Aniston. He's still got the ball. That is brilliant football from Steflon. And Nicholas trying to hold the ball back, but being put under immense pressure from the Salgaocar midfield. He's retained the ball. This is Nicholas looking for Jay against Saurav Patil. Plays Nicholas. Nicholas with the turn. Nicholas still holds on to the ball. Wriggles past two midfielders, Prathamesh and Saish. This is Joyvin. This is Cayetano Fernandez. This is Youth Club of Manora in attack. This is a good spell of play. Nicholas Fernandez on his favourite left foot. Frazier. Joyvin. Joyvin plays it to Nicholas again on his left foot. Takes the shot. Straight to Jason DeMello. And just like that, a very promising attack from the Menora boys have come to an end, and it has been hooked forward by Jason DeMello. This is Cayetano. This is given away easily. Steflon, I beg your pardon, that is Aaron Barreto taking a very ambitious attempt at goal. Gets deflected out for a corner for Salgaocar Football Club. The Duler Stadium has been proving to be lucky for the likes of Salgaocar and Stephen Satarkar so far in the Selvel Goa Professional League. They are still unbeaten in the league, and it looks like it will stay that way at the end of this game unless Youth Club of Manora have different plans. We know they can, Youth Club of Manora. And the attempted bicycle kick from Aaron Barreto leads to a free kick. This is Jay. Jay running onto the ball, getting into a stride against Flagan Rodriguez. That is a good opportunity. This is Jay. But then he just can't get the cross back into the box. Disappointed with himself, Jay there. He had a good run on him. He had Flagan Rodriguez chasing him, but he should have done better with that cross. Nevertheless, it's a goal kick from Jason DeMello. And the flick on has gone straight to Joel Fernandez. This is Stephen. Tries to thread it through with his left foot, Stephen, but Joyvin comes and intercepts it, and it goes out for a throw-in for Salgaocar Football Club. That is beautifully done by Aaron Barreto. But Juliston does well to recover in the end, and Aaron Barreto gives away another foul. Stephen Satarkar still the highest scorer in the Selvel Goa Professional League. Scored 6 goals in his 3 matches that he's played before, all of them coming on as a substitute. But here he is today in the starting 11. Hasn't got his name on the score sheet yet. Coming back off an injury. Stephen Satarkar. He's been the name that's been doing rounds in Goa football at the moment. Luis Barreto plays it square to Joel Fernandez. This is Arvind Silva, who passes on to Michael Silva, who goes long, looking for that run of Frazier, but very well defended from the captain Daniel Gomez. Selvin Miranda again, absolutely phenomenal on that left wing for Salgaocar Football Club. While most of the credit and the applause and the name has been of Stephen Satarkar, Selvin Miranda has been the silent performer for the Salgaocar Football Club. Has been an absolute workhorse on that left wing for Salgaocar, getting that all-important free kick goal in the first half, which has given Salgaocar the lead. This is Luis Barreto to Juliston. Juliston plays it square to Cayetano. This is Jay holding up play. Skips past 2 challenges. Gets on his stride. And then holding the ball a little longer. And he has won the foul. Daniel Gomez is the culprit who's fouled Jay over there. He's quite surprised with that foul given by the referee. And why not? Because that definitely didn't look like a foul, and which has been taken quickly by Menora, and it has been given away also. This is Saurav Patil to Prathamesh Satardekar. This is Stephen. Stephen again gives it away. This is Cayetano. Cayetano gives it away this time. Saish. This is Stephen. Close control from Stephen to Steflon. This is Saish Madan. And then another miscontrol from Steflon allows Luis Barreto to clear this ball to Cayetano Fernandez. Stephen Alvarez has also been a revelation in that right back position since he's come on to this team. Flagan Rodriguez does well. Saish to Prathamesh. Saish again plays it first time. Joywin takes the throw in. This is Nicholas Fernandez. Still going Nicholas. Jay still going, takes the shot on, and it has come off Selwyn Miranda, who blocks the shot. This is Daniel Gomez. This is Prathamesh. This is where Salgaocar are very dangerous, but Menora defended very well the counter attack from Salgaocar. There we see that chip up from Stephen, and Steflon as elbow catches Frazier, and this is Frazier on the ball against Flagan, but Daniel Gomez defends it brilliantly and calmly. This is Joywin. Nicholas twisting and turning again, giving the ball away to Stephen Satarkar. Prathamesh giving the ball away this time. Prathamesh coming in place of Ribhav Sardesai. All smiles there, Jay, but not happy with the decision. There's Stephen Alvarez being impeded by Jay. The ball goes long. This is Selwyn Miranda, and that he's found his man Stephen Satarkar, but that's very well defended by Joel Fernandez. That was trouble written all over it. That's a beautiful flick on from Stephen, looking for Aaron Barreto. There is that threat, Selwyn Miranda and Stephen Satarkar. That combination is almost telepathic. Almost bearing fruit for Salgaocar again. This is Prathamesh being pushed down by Aniston. Like we were saying, Prathamesh has come in place of Ribhav Sardesai, who's suspended for this encounter. Jason DeMello has come forward to take this goal kick. And there we see the support for Youth Club of Manora in the name of Daniel Jones and Ronald Jones. Daniel and Ronald coming in to support Jay for Youth Club of Manora. This is Cayetano. Aniston. This is Joywin. Again, very cheaply given away, and this is Stephen Satarkar. Plays it to his favourite Steflon De Costa. Saish Madan. Prathamesh. Prathamesh plays it to Stephen again. Stephen looking for Saish's run, but Saish misses that, and this is Selwyn Miranda, the goal scorer for Salgaocar Football Club. Steflon is stamped on over there. He has given the foul, the referee. A delayed call from the referee. We'll see what happened there. The ball coming in from Selwyn. And there you see, just stamping on the boots of Stefan Joel Fernandez. The referee has gone over to the referee's actually gone over to the bench of Youth Club of Manora and has given a second yellow card to the head coach Rocky Carnero, and he has been sent off into the dressing room. A bizarre incident right now for Youth Club of Manora. The head coach Rocky Carnero getting the red card from the referee. It'll be interesting to see what's happened over there. Not a happy man, Rocky Carnero. But in the meantime, this is Saish Madan. And Prathmesh standing over this free kick. Saish Madan will take it. It comes off the wall and tries to get it back again. Saish Madan almost impedes his own player. In the excitement of it, it is cleared off by Youth Club of Manora for a throw-in. And Stephen Alvarez walks to take the throw-in for Salgaocar Football Club. Prathmesh. Stefan to Selvin Miranda, who will not keep that ball in. Joyvin. Flaken Rodriguez missing the flight of it completely. Salgaocar just preparing one more substitution for them. It mostly looks like Aaron Barreto, which is going to be taken off. Michael Silva plays it square to Joel. This is Aniston to Joliston. Leaves it for Cayetano, who plays Aniston in. And this is Joliston again. Cayetano on the left hand side for Menora. Aniston in the middle of the park. Plays it to Nicholas Fernandez. Nicholas to Jay. Jay to Aniston. This is promising from Youth Club of Manora. Joliston with the cross. Here comes the header, and that is the best chance of the match for Menora. That was very, very well worked by the men in red. We see Jay playing it to Aniston. Aniston just playing in Joliston, who comes in with the cross, and Frazier's header goes wide of the goal. What a chance for Youth Club of Manora. He just had to head it across goal, and Jason DeMello could have been left stranded. Selvin Miranda is the man who's down. And my prediction does come true. Aaron Barreto is being substituted, and Hazel Gomez is the man who's coming on for Salgaocar Football Club. Has put in a good shift today, Aaron Barreto. The long free kick comes in from Jason DeMello, and this is Michael Silva who chips it to Joyvin. This is Michael Silva again. Aniston. Nicholas tries to chest it down for Frazier, but loses out, and this is easily dealt with by the Salgaocar players, and this is Saurav Patil who goes long. Joel brings it down. The referee says nothing doing to Stephen Satarkar. The play has continued, and this is Aniston. This is Jay with the shot! Goes wide of goal. Not by much though. Youth Club of Manora are threatening the Salgaocar goal here. Jay in space, and that shot didn't quite connect over there. Jason DeMello. This is Teflon. This is Hazer Gomez. Hazer Gomez taking on Michael Silva, twisting and turning. Cayetano in support. Stephen Alvarez with a poor cross in. Saurav Patil will try to win that, but retained by Nicholas Fernandez. Beautiful walk from Nicholas Fernandez. This is a chance. Nicholas Fernandez. At the moment, Youth Club of Manora forwards are not really doing a great job of testing Jason DeMello. They are doing everything else. They are getting space. They are running past the Salgaocar players, but they are not testing Jason DeMello. If they want to get back into this game, they really need to hit that target. And another substitution from Salgaocar. Pratmesh Satardekar goes off, and Malappa Hirappa Bizargi comes in for Salgaocar. This is Hazer Gomez who wins the corner for Salgaocar. Stephen Alvarez to take this corner for Salgaocar. The ball comes in. It's a long one. Stephen looking on the top of the D, but it was Selvin Miranda who takes that volley with his left foot, which goes out for a goal kick for Luis Barreto. This is Joywin. Michael Silva plays it square to Joel Fernandez. This is Cayetano. Arvind Silva. No options, and plays it back to Joel Fernandez. This is Luis Barreto. Joel Fernandez again. Michael Silva. Aniston. Nicholas Fernandez. Joywin retains the ball, but the referee has given it for a handball against Joywin, and there's another substitution happening for Youth Club of Manora. Cayetano Fernandez coming off, Jason Barbosa coming on, and this is an attacking substitution made by the assistant coach James De Costa. Stephen plays it wide. This is Stephen Alvarez, and that is a dangerous cross in which could have been tricky for Luis Barreto, but he collects it calmly and plays in Arvind Silva. This is Joywin. Joywin plays a beautiful ball through. Frazier cannot keep that in, but what a ball that was from Joywin Carnero. Just missing those legs to reach that ball from Joyvin Frazier. But this is Jay. And this is promise from Youth Club of Manora towards the end. And just as I say that, Aniston puts in a poor ball and it goes out for a Salgaocar throw-in, with Selvin Miranda to take it. Michael tries to chip it, but it comes off the head of a Salgaocar player. But this is Arvind Silva in possession. Plays it to Jay, who loses the ball. Stephen Alvarez gives it straight to Youth Club of Manora. Again Jay losing the ball. This is Stephen Satarkar. This is where they are dangerous. But Steflon not really running for that ball from Stephen. Steflon looks a tad bit tired. But the game is opening up now into the last 20 minutes of this very intense game between the newcomers and the old guard. This is Steflon. Stephen Satarkar. Steflon again. Steflon has space in front of him. What can Steflon do? Steflon twisting and turning, but Joel Fernandez does brilliantly over there, shielding the ball completely off Steflon and wins the goal kick. There we see that replay. Steflon trying to cut in left and right, and then easily read by Joel Fernandez. This is Aniston. Arvind Silva. Headed out by Flagan Rodriguez. Hazer Gomez heads it to Steflon. This is Stephen. Plays it first time to Hazer, who cannot get it up. Not happy Stephen Satarkar with that control of Hazer Gomez. This is Nicholas Fernandez in the meantime for Youth Club of Manora, twisting and turning his way through, but Saurav Patil breaks down that attack from Youth Club of Manora, and Juliston commits that foul on Steflon DeCosta. This is Saish Madan. That's a beautiful ball. This is Hazer Gomez. That was a great chance to put this game to bed. He smiles, but he probably should have cut it back or hit the target at least, because this was an absolute peach of a ball from Saish Madan. However, Youth Club of Manora is still in the game, but not for long like that, because the concentration is dwindling, and Stephen Satarkar is being taken off now for Rolvin Almeida. He's put in a decent shift today, Stephen Satarkar. Not on the score sheet, but coming back off an injury, Stephen Satarkar. His coach will be happy that he's come off unscathed in this tie against Youth Club of Manora. But the star of the show really today has been Selvin Miranda on the left hand side for Salgaocar. Otherwise there's not been really too much in between these two teams. Yes, Salgaocar has had more of the possession, but Youth Club of Manora haven't let them in, haven't given them open chances. This is Jason. Back to Juliston. Arvind Silva. Arvind puts it up long for Joyvin. Nicholas Fernandez leaves it for Aniston. This is Joyvin down the right hand side, cutting back in. Michael Silva sends the ball almost back into, deep into his own half for Juliston. This is Joel back to Juliston again. Joliston moving forward. First time ball from Arvind Silva, tries to play a quick 1-2 with Aniston. Again given away. This is good pressure from Youth Club of Manora. Arvind Silva. This is Joel Fernandez. Joyvin. It's a good spell of pressure right now from Youth Club of Manora. Daniel Gomez leaves it for Jason DeMello, and just like that the attack is over for Youth Club of Manora. This is Michael Silva. Headed out again by Daniel Gomez. The Youth Club of Manora are really throwing everything right now at Salgaocar, but not finding that final ball which could prove to be pivotal for Youth Club of Manora to score that goal. In the meantime, we see Stephen Alvarez, who's stayed down on the ground, and the referee has called for the stretcher. Stephen Alvarez not looking good over there. Looks to be in considerable amount of pain, and that could be a major loss for Salgaocar Football Club, because they have some big games coming up, very crucial games. They have fixtures against Vasco Sports Club and Sporting Club de Goa also coming up. Those could be the title deciders for Salgaocar, and they cannot afford to lose. And what a shot that was! I've almost lost that, but what a chance that almost came out of nowhere for Salgaocar Football Club. We'll get back to the replay in some time after this Youth Club of Manora attack. This game has really opened up right now. This is Nicholas Fernandez twisting and turning, puts in the cross, and that was a good chance for Jason. Salgaocar Football Club right now down to 10 men, and it was the exact position that Stephen Alvarez was in that was being exploited. We'll see this shot again, and there is that shot, beautifully taken. Luis Barreto was just a spectator there. Valentino Nazareth laying that ball off for Malappa, and what an effort that is from that man Malappa. Wow, that would have been really some goal for the fans of Salgaocar. It was quite against the run of play, and I dare say a run of play, because Youth Club of Manora is really putting the pressure on Salgaocar Football Club. As I mentioned earlier, the support system of Youth Club of Manora will be happy with this performance. They will be talking to the players. They are a new team, but the likes of Shrikant Sawant, who's the president, Anthony Barbosa, the vice president, Remy Barbosa, general secretary, and Raymond John Mendes, the media officer, will be the likes who has to get this team up. They have to motivate these players. Playing such a big name, Salgaocar Football Club, is not easy, and this is their first season, believe it or not, in the Goa Professional League. They are doing a commendable job here at the Duler Stadium. A very young team, Youth Club of Manora. They still have 12 minutes to get something out of this game, and if they do, believe me, there'll be jubilant scenes back in the village of Raya and in the camp, of course, of Youth Club of Manora here at the Duler Stadium. But in the meantime, Salgaocar Football Club are still leading Youth Club of Manora 1-0 thanks to that special effort from Selvin Miranda. And they are headed to the top of the Selvel Goa Professional League, at least for today evening. Michael Silva's ball chested beautifully by Jay to Frazier, who plays Jay again. Jay plays in Frazier. Frazier with the cross in. And this is Valentino Nazareth. Plays Teflon. Tries to put it through the legs of Joel Fernandez, but again, Joel has had a good game today. Very strong in defense, Joel Fernandez. This is Valentino Nazareth leaving the ball for Stephen Alvarez, who's good to see that he's back on the ground and takes the throw in, which goes straight to Luis Barreto. This is Arvin Silva. Aniston switches flanks, but I guess who's pressing there at full pace? Selvin Miranda. This is Michael Silva. Michael moving forward, plays in the long ball, but not really finding the destination, and then Flagan Rodriguez giving some breathing space to the Salgaocar defense, and it has been cleared off. We're into the last 10 minutes of this encounter, which I mentioned earlier. It is the new guard versus the old guard, with the likes of Youth Club of Manora. The league, the Goa Professional League, can only get better with the spirit and heart of Youth Club of Manora. But in the meantime, they are in attack. Frazier puts the ball in, and what a chance again! Jay does rise up well there, but it was too much for him to keep it on target. There's that ball from Frazier. Jay does rise up, but that header from him goes over the bar, and Jason DeMello not happy with his defenders there. You can't say that Youth Club of Manora haven't had the chances, but it is Salgaocar Football Club who are leading them at the moment. Selvin Miranda clears the ball, volleys it in with his left foot, but it's gone straight to Joel Fernandez. This is Michael Silva. And now it's Juliston. A lot of square passes being played in defense for Youth Club. Frazier. Arvin Silva. Another square pass to Frazier. Does well. This is Aniston. Plays it through. There's another chance. Jason Barbosa just cannot reach that. And Hazer Gomez wins the throw-in from Michael Silva. A substitution happening for Menora. Joliston Rebello has been taken off and Rishabh comes in to take his place. It is an attacking change from James DeCosta. This is Saish Madan in the middle. Saish Madan just teasing the Menora defenders. Malappa plays it to Heza Gomez. Heza Gomez gives it away and it is a throw-in. Joyvin takes it quickly. Michael Silva plays it to Arvind Silva. And now this is Aniston. Nicholas Fernandez goes on his mazy runs again. Rishabh is offside and again these are small things that Menora have to work on. He just had to hold his run. That is very clumsy from Rishabh. This is Heza Gomez. Beautifully played. Selvin Miranda keeps it in. He goes on his run. Goes past Michael Silva. Tries to cross it in for Heza Gomez, and he's back on the ball again and leaves it in the end for a corner kick. He knows that if he could have threaded it through to Heza Gomez, it could have been 2-0 to Salgaocar Football Club and it could have been game, set and match. Selvin Miranda. A different variety in the corner kick, and Heza Gomez's volley comes off the head of a defender and has released Nicholas Fernandez down the left hand side for Menora, and he skips past the challenges and he's still going. Nicholas Fernandez has kept that in, or has he? But he has won the throw-in. Takes it quickly to Joyvin. That was a great run from Nicholas Fernandez. He's been very impressive. That's a cross, comes in. Jay's head on! It skims the top net, but without troubling Jason DeMello. Joyvin with that flick on, and then Nicholas puts in a beautiful cross in and using the height of Jay. Not keeping it on target. Jason DeMello takes it long. Rishabh's header straight to Malappa. This is Selvin Miranda. Releases Heza Gomez. Who's always, again, everyone in this team seems to be looking for Selvin Miranda on that left, whose cross is intercepted. And then this is Aniston. Received by Jay. Tries to put in Rishabh, but intercepted by the Salgaocar defense. And Saish Madan hooks it up. Michael Silva leaves it for Luis Barreto. This is Michael Silva again. Joyvin Carnero. Back to Michael. Joel Fernandez moving up with the ball on his left foot. Plays it to Frazier. Arvind Silva. This is Joyvin. Tries to put in Rishabh again, but well defended by Daniel Gomez. This is Saish Madan. Beautiful switch from Saish Madan for Valentino Nazareth, but it has been well defended by Frazier Castagna, who cannot keep that in. And Salgaocar taking their time with this throw-in. This is Stephen Alvarez, walks to take the throw-in. Still Stephen Alvarez. Plays it to Stefan. Stefan's cross and Saish's shot! What an effort that is from Saish's outstep. That was curling into the top corner. That was teasing for Saish himself. Look at this effort. Saish Madan with his left outstep. I beg your pardon, his right outstep. But what an effort that is from Saish Madan. We've seen some fantabulous goals in the Selvel Goa Professional League, but that would have been right at the top of my list, at least, if that had gone in from Saish Madan. With a minute to play of regulation time, it is Salgaocar Football Club 1, Youth Club of Manora 0. This is Hazer Gomez, who's been flagged offside by the assistant referee. And Nicholas, his ball comes in, and Daniel Gomez. This is Jason DeMello. Jason DeMello's long kick is headed back easily by Joel Fernandez. It'll be interesting to see how much injury time is being given by the assistant referee. Rishabh brings it under his control. Joyvin. And it is 5 minutes of additional time given by the assistant referee. There's still a glimmer of hope for the Menora boys that they can take something away from this game. This is Flagan Rodriguez. Michael Silva. Flagan Rodriguez gets a yellow card for time wasting. Well, that's Joyvin on the ground again. He had been on the ground once before, clutching his right leg, and again he is clutching his right leg again. He seems to be in immense amount of pain at the moment, Joyvin Carnero. Hoping that it is nothing serious. He seems to be in some real pain over there. Michael Silva starts the proceedings. Luis Barreto plays it square to Joel Fernandez. Joel plays it long, but a poor ball in the end, and this is Saish Madan releasing Valentino Nazareth. This is where Salgaocar are really dangerous, and this is Hazer Gomez. Salgaocar have been missing that zeal in attack in those counter-attacks in today's game. Saish Madan, Stephen Alvarez, and that final ball has been missing from Salgaocar, and it proves it again because Stephen Alvarez hits that cross straight into the stands. Luis Barreto takes that quick goal kick. Michael Silva plays it long. This is Flagan Rodriguez's header, gets it under control and clears it off, but straight to Rishabh. I beg your pardon, that was Aniston. This is Selvin Miranda going shoulder to shoulder with Michael Silva, who does well and wins the throw-in. This Joyvin's crossing. Almost aimless that from Joyvin. And goes out for a Salgaocar throw. A throw in coming from, and goes straight to Steflon, and this is Valentino Nazareth on the run. What a beautiful cross that is, changing wings for Hazel Gomez, who casually jogs to the ball and passes it on to Selvin Miranda. Takes on Rishabh, plays it back to Malappa, who takes that long shot again, and it has gone into the stands again, resulting in a goal kick for Menora. This is Joel Fernandez. Again an aimless ball forward, falls to Valentino Nazareth. This is Jason chasing Valentino. Saish Madan. Saish plays it back to Flagan. Clumsy football going on at the moment from both teams. No one really threatening the other. Salgaocar will be thankful for that moment of magic from Selvin Miranda. And that man is on the ball. He's the only player who's looked really threatening for Menora today. And he has ended up, and that is a free kick given Joel Fernandez's way. And this could be the last attack for Youth Club of Manora. What can they do? Aniston. And that should be that. We can see the heads and shoulders of the Menora boys all going down. They have really given a tough fight to Salgaocar Football Club today. They have fought toe to toe with the Goan Giants. But they will be pushed down the table with this defeat against Salgaocar. But a lot of positives to take for the assistant coach and the coaching staff of Youth Club of Manora as the referee blows the final whistle for the game. Salgaocar Football Club, courtesy one moment of magic from Selvin Miranda, has beaten Youth Club of Manora 1-0 at the Duler Stadium as the handshakes come in. The referees have done a good job in today's game. However, the head coach of Youth Club of Manora, Rocky Carnero, was shown the red card. Youth Club of Manora had the chances. They couldn't quite take it, and that man in the frame, Jay Williamson, did have his half chances, but he will be disappointed with the game he's had today, because if he had taken those half chances, this could have been a different story altogether. But at full time at the Duler Stadium, Youth Club of Manora have fought valiantly against the Salgaocar Football Club team, which has gone to the top of the Selvel Goa Professional League with this win, courtesy a Selvin Miranda goal, have beaten the newbies Youth Club of Manora 1-0.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the post-match interaction here at the Duler Stadium with me, Clinton D'Souza. It was the host who has to go home without any points, going home on a sadder note. But the visitor, Salgaocar FC, goes home with the 3 points and also climbing to top of the table. And that is Nana. And I have with me the head coach of Salgaocar FC. First of all, sir, congratulations. What do you feel with regards to your boys' performance today?
Today, first starting we played good performance. It was a good performance, but later on in the second half, last 20 minutes we were under pressure. So we have to cope up in the next match. We have to learn in this match and we have to rectify and come strong in the next match.
This game takes you on top of the table. So how do you feel on that note personally?
Yeah, every match we win, we have to celebrate. And on top of the table, it is very good. Boys will get confident. And I also feel better to give them more input in the next matches.
Coach, we've also seen that all of your three of your main substitution was done were done in the second half. What was the reason to do everything in the second half?
No, our team is like I want to give chance to all the players, so they have to play more than 45 minutes, and it was good. And due to heat, I just kept some of the players behind so that I can go very strong in the later of the half at late of the second half. So the plan has worked for me.
First goal Salgaocar scored at 27 minutes. What were the golden words that you gave for your boys in the second half break?
Yeah, I said you have to play on the first goal, go on counter attacks. If you can get good goals, if you can score, it is better. But we missed 2 to 3 chances. They also missed. I said first only, every team is getting better and better, so it is good. They also have improved and they have given us a tough time, so that we have to rectify that thing for next matches.
Your next match is on the coming Sunday. That is going to be a port derby of the Vasco side. So how do you take that match?
Yeah, we have to take it seriously. All teams are getting better, so we will take it seriously. No problem. No problem.
Thank you so much, coach. Wish you all the very best. Well, that's all we have in the post-match interaction here at Duler Stadium. I will see you tomorrow once again for another big encounter between the Panjim footballers versus Wellsound Sports and Culture Club. The kickoff at 3:45.